Deep within the crystal caves of Mount Shimmer lived a tiny creature named Pip, no bigger than a firefly. Pip glowed with the soft golden light of a distant star. She was a Luminara, one of the ancient lightkeepers, tasked with maintaining the world's colours. But Pip had a problem, a very ticklish problem. One morning, as she floated through the cave, checking on the colour crystals, a speck of crystal dust drifted up her nose. Her glow flickered once, twice, and then, achoo! The sneeze was so powerful that the entire cave shook. Stalactites trembled, crystals chimed like bells, and the sound echoed through every tunnel. The force of it sent Pip tumbling through the air, her light spiraling in dizzy loops. But something terrible had happened. The sneeze had disrupted her magic. Looking around in horror, Pip watched as colour began draining from the world. The vibrant crystals faded to dull grey. Through the cave entrance, she could see the forest beyond losing its greens and golds, turning to ashen shadows. "Oh no, oh no, oh no!" Pip squeaked, her glow dimming with worry. She had to fix this before the whole world turned grey. She zipped out of the cave and through the colourless forest, following the ancient pathways her grandmother had taught her. There was only one place powerful enough to restore the world's colours: the eternal spring at the mountain's heart. The journey was difficult. Everything looked the same in grey, no landmarks, no guiding colours. But Pip pressed on, her small light the only brightness in the drained world. Finally she found it, the spring, now dormant and still. Pip hovered above the water, closed her eyes, and concentrated on every happy, colourful memory she had. Sunrise over flower fields, rainbow fish in coral seas, her mother's warm amber glow. Her light grew brighter and brighter, until she was blazing like a tiny sun. Then, with all her might, she dove into the spring. Whoosh! Magical blue water exploded upward in a magnificent fountain. Glowing energy surged through the mountain, racing through every stream, every root, every vein of crystal. The spring had awakened. Pip burst from the water, riding a wave of pure magic. She soared back toward the forest, and behind her, colour flooded back into the world like a breaking dam. Green rushed through the grass, gold painted the leaves. Flowers bloomed in purples and reds and oranges. Birds that had been silent began to sing again as their feathers turned brilliant blue and scarlet. The grey forest transformed into a living rainbow. As life and vibrancy returned to every plant, every stone, every creature, Pip tumbled through the air, laughing with joy and relief. She'd done it. Back in the crystal caves, the crystals shone more brilliantly than ever. The other Luminaras gathered around Pip, their lights glowing with pride. "I'm so sorry," Pip said. "I didn't mean to sneeze away all the colours." Her grandmother, glowing soft silver, chuckled warmly. "Dear child, you didn't just restore the colours, you made them stronger. Sometimes our mistakes lead us to discover powers we didn't know we had." From that day forward, Pip learned to be more careful around crystal dust. But she also learned something more important. Even the smallest creature can change the world. And in the crystal caves, if you listen very carefully on quiet nights, you can still hear the gentle chiming of crystals, and occasionally a very tiny sneeze. The end.